Welcome everyone to another episode of Beyond Your Beliefs, where we help bring awareness to your current beliefs and get you beyond them to experience a reality you truly deserve. My name is Bastian, and a lot of you may know me as Honcho Mindset. And today I just want to take the time at the beginning of this call to say thank you so much to everyone for tuning in week after week, showing us so much love and appreciation. Now, guys, I want to ask you a huge favor. If today's episode brings you any breakthrough, any sort of aha moment, please do me a favor and click the link to this channel and share it with someone who you believe may benefit from the information shared on this channel. Not just this video, but this channel overall. And I promise you guys that what you put out reciprocates 10 times fold. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Today's episode is my top favorite subject. This is where my journey begun. This is where my personal self-development and inner wealth, inner health begun. And I am so excited to share this information with you guys. So today's all about the importance of self-awareness and self-reflection. Okay, self-reflection is the start of self-awareness. Okay, you see, self-reflection is so important to me because this is where it all started. Without self-reflection, I wouldn't be able to love myself as deeply as I do today, as immensely as I do today. You see, because of trauma, being a human being, trauma is unavoidable. Especially in the first few years of our lives, when we have like no control over our environment, no control about who we listen to, who we are around most of the time. They say, studies shows that the first 7 years of your life shape the person who you are today. Isn't that incredible? It's like the first 7 years of your life shape a lot of the personality of who you are today. And the first 7 years of your life, you're literally have almost no control who to be around, who you listen to, right? And so these are important moments in our lives to revisit. And a great practice to revisit these moments is called self-reflection. You see, whether these traumas were caused by external events or internal battles and struggles, self-reflection and self-awareness aid in the recovery from external trauma and aid us to heal our wounds. See, although these wounds may not be visible, most of us wear them every single day, right? You may not be aware that you have traumas, but we all do, 100%. We all suffer through traumas, and we all victims of ourselves and our own beliefs. You see, this is why we created, this is the purpose of this channel, is to get you beyond your current beliefs, to bring awareness to your current self, right? To see the invisible traumas that you may not be aware of, to acknowledge their existence, because trauma is like a baby. What do babies always cry for? Is either food or attention, right? They're starving from attention, and these traumas are starving from attention. Okay, they starve from attention. And so when your fears and traumas come to light, all they require is a bit of attention. But just like a lot of individuals, when they go to a store or they go anywhere, and for example, they look in the mirror, they may look in the mirror and they say like, man, I do not like what I see. Like, I don't like this mirror. I don't like this mirror. I don't like the way that it makes me look or anything like that. And so what happens is we look in the mirror, and even though you may not like what you see, you avoid the mirror. You avoid the mirror because you do not like what you see, but it's not the mirror that's the issue. It's what you see in the mirror that's your issue. And a lot of individuals just plain out blame the mirror. It's like, man, I hate mirrors. And it's it's not that you hate the mirror. It's much deeper than that. It's that you may be uncomfortable with what you see in the mirror. And it's a lot easier to blame the mirror or blame the external world, right, for these traumas, for these emotions, instead of digging deeper. And this is where self-reflection comes in, because although these traumas may not be visible, okay, although you may not see them every single day, they truly exist and govern the way we respond to the world, the way we react to our emotions, and the way that we see and perceive this entire existence. You see, self-reflection is the key to self-awareness. It's where it starts. Okay? Through this practice, we are able to look at ourselves with newfound interest and curiosity. As we begin this journey and dig deeper, we may ask questions. You may ask yourself, like, have you ever wondered, like, your very existence, and why do I feel a certain way? Well, that's the best place to start. Okay? That right there is the best place to start. Is the way that I come about self-reflection is I take the time to journal. You see, today, in today's world, we have so much distractions. We take so much time out of our day to talk to other individuals, to our career, our school, right? To learn, to socialize, family time, holidays coming up, right? Holidays just come around the corner. Guys, you see, we take so much time and energy towards this external world. We put so much of our love, energy, and time into others. How many of us have spent months, weeks, months, even years getting to know other people, getting to know a significant other? How many of us feel like they know other people so well that you may even be able to finish their sentences? You may be able to know where they're at right now because you know them that well. But can you say that same about yourself? Do you know yourself that well? You see, I want you guys to do me a favor, okay? Pull out your schedule and set a 15-minute meeting. Say a 15-minute meeting with yourself. Set one 15-minute meeting with you. Take the time to spend just 10 to 15 minutes by yourself. You see, a lot of individuals are avoiding every day to be by themselves. And I've said this so many times, and I truly do believe privacy is a luxury. Solitude is a luxury. To be able to spend time with yourself and love every moment of it is the goal. You see, this helps all aspects of life, especially love, because loving yourself and loving to be by yourself is the strongest, I believe, in my eyes, the strongest self is the one that's able to stand strong alone, right? And what I mean by that is, I'll give you guys an example. You see, before I can love somebody else, before I found my partner, before we came across each other, I enjoyed my solitude. I enjoyed being by myself. You see, I didn't want to be in another relationship or jump into another relationship until I found someone that made me feel even better than I did when I was by myself, when I'm on my own. And that's the reality of it. A lot of individuals are jumping into relationships, jumping into friendships, jumping into careers, jumping into all these things. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but do we truly want to devote all this time, energy, effort, love into our external world when you can literally do that, all put all that energy, time, love into yourself, into getting to know you? Again, self-reflection is the key to self-awareness. So now every single week, I want you guys to schedule your weekly meeting with yourself. And what are you going to do with these 15 minutes, you may ask? Well, I was just mentioning, what the way that I started, guys, is by journaling. I journaled, and I still journal till this day, and I write weekly. I may not write every day anymore, but I do write weekly. And I started with this question, okay? As we begin this journey to dig deeper, you want to ask yourself, why do I feel this way? If you feel happy, why? If you feel sad, why? If you feel stressed, what may be causing that stress? And sometimes that alone, that question is the best place to start. Okay, the best place to start. You see, there are 4 pillars of awareness. Number 1 is the physical, your health, right? Being aware of your health, your physical stability. Number 2, your mental stability. Again, this goes to health as well. How is your health, your mental health? How is your mental stability? Do you feel okay? Right? So why do I feel, number 1, why do I feel this way physically? Number 2, why do I feel this way mentally? Number 3, emotional. Okay? The 3rd pillar of self-awareness is the emotional self. Okay? The emotional self, okay? And a lot of us feel emotions that we just push away. And the reality of it is, facing them straight on is the best way to deal with emotions that you may not like, that you may feel uncomfortable with. Okay, number 4 is the spiritual self. So why do I feel this way physically? Why do I feel this way mentally? Why do I feel this way emotionally? And why do I feel this way spiritually? And I'm going to share with this message with you guys, and it's a true fact, and it's about buffaloes. So in the wilderness, buffaloes are terrified of water, believe it or not. They despise water. And so when it rains and it's storming, buffaloes have this natural instinct. It is in their nature. There's a study behind it. Please look it up. Don't just believe me. Look this stuff up. It is in their nature, okay, to run towards the storm. You see, buffaloes understand that the more they run towards the storm, the faster they'll get through it. And see, a lot of us individuals here are doing the exact opposite. We're running away from the storm, and therefore we prolong the time we spend in that storm, in this situation. The biggest mistake that I would make all the time was avoiding myself, avoiding my emotions, avoiding fearful moments, avoiding risk. Run towards it head on. Run towards it, because the more head on you face your fears, you face these situations, these hardships, the less time you'll spend going through them. Let's learn from the buffaloes, from Mother Nature. This is nature we're talking about, right? So when we engage in self reflection, we are creating this inner witness. And let's call this inner witness and recognize this inner witness as the higher self. Yes, the self reflection connects us and creates this higher self. It's not that this higher self doesn't exist. We all have that higher self within us. This self reflection just makes you aware of it, because this higher self is within each of us. So, this is the ability to look, self reflection is the ability to look at yourself from a slight distance, right? What does that mean? To look at yourself with an unattachment. Think of it as yourself looking in the mirror, okay? We're going back to the mirror. Looking in the mirror, okay? Except self-reflection dives so much deeper than just appearance. Self-reflection, just asking these simple questions as why do I feel this way? And going one step deeper, why do I feel this way? And why do you feel that way again? And even deeper and deeper until you get to the root cause of these emotions, of these trauma, of the stress and anxiety, right? This is the ability to look at ourselves from a distance, unattached from the current moment, unattached from future results. Okay? Again, think of yourself as looking in the mirror, except you're going to be looking much deeper than just what you see in your appearance. See, when in a stressful or bothersome situation, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Start there. It's the best way to start. Go journal, pull out a journal and a pen, super powerful. Pull out a journal and a pen and start writing. Why do I feel this way? Why do I? And don't just say I. Say, why do I, Bastion? Why do I blank? And say your name, state it. There's power in your name. Bring power to yourself. This is what we're doing here, is bringing power to yourself, right? So why do I, and this is just an example, why do I, Bastion, feel this way? Why do I feel scared to take the next step? Why do I feel anxious to try something new? Why do I feel anxious to apply for this home? Why do I feel fearful when applying for a credit card? Why do I feel intimidated when starting a new business? All of these things are such good questions, and you just dig deep and just start there by writing that question. Okay, you don't have to write a whole book about it. Just start there, a paragraph a day, a couple sentences a day, just 10 to 15 minutes a week even. Okay, and first we notice exactly what we're feeling in our bodies with what we experience through our emotions. This is what we call our experience, right? Our physical experience. Why do we feel this way? Why do I feel this physical? Why am I experiencing this physical, these emotions? Why am I experiencing anxiety, right? And then we may ask questions, these follow-up questions that I'm going to provide for you here, and take notes, okay? Okay, what did that thought arise? So let's say you're feeling anxious to start a new business. Okay. Why do I, Bastion, feel fear to start a new business? What did this thought arise? Well, it arose risk. And okay, why am I afraid of risk? Well, because taking risk is can cause a loss, can lead to a loss, and you just go dive deeper. Now, question number two here: what is happening when we tell ourselves, "I'm feeling down or sad because, or anxious, or intimidated, whatever it may be, whatever that emotion may be that is holding you back or that's lingering around day to day from you for you. What is really happening when I tell myself that I'm anxious to take this risk? And what is really happening for me, it was starting a new business. Okay, I am a day trader. And so when I started day trading and taking this career on, I used to tell myself, man, like, I'm feeling a little scared. Okay. And what would happen is, by me accepting that I am feeling scared, I am scared, I would accept that as my reality. You see, words have power. Okay. So instead of accepting that emotion as is, acknowledge it. Because again, your emotions are are a response from your past traumas. And what do past traumas want? Attention. Okay. And that's the very thing we all avoid doing. And so this is a practice. These are questions to help you practice diving straight at them, running straight to the storm like a buffalo. Okay. And so, question number three: where does this feeling of anxiety arise from? So this is question you express your situation. Instead of saying and accepting I am scared, you say I am feeling scared. I am feeling fear, because it is an experience. It is not who you are. So let's put that clear. These emotions are not you. You are not fear. You are not anxious. Okay. You may feel anxiety. You may feel fear, but those things do not govern your life. They are not your identity. Do not allow these things to govern your identity and the person who you are. So ask yourself, where does this feeling of anxiety arise from? And express your situation. What is causing this anxiety? Okay? This discomfort. Okay, number four, when we experience these sensations, and when I experience these sensations in my body, what are they expressing about how I feel towards this situation? So this is where I personally like to this is where I spend a little bit more time, and it's all about how you feel about this current situation now, okay? And how it makes you feel internally, physically. Is it draining you? Is it causing you to lash out on your partners? And then start expressing yourself. You see, a lot of us put all these thoughts in our heads and start overthinking. Time to get these thoughts out of your head and put them down on paper. You are all incredible beings, collecting and recollecting experiences and information. And a lot of the times we experience trauma and self-abuse over and over and over again by overthinking a situation and repeating it in our heads again and again and again. So what this exercise does, it takes it out from your head and puts it down on paper and organizes it and lays it out. Because a lot of the times it may not be as bad as you think. A lot of the times we replay something so much in our head. You know, you guys know what the number one abuse is in the world? It's self-abuse. Because we put so much trauma and stress upon ourselves and our shoulders, and we tense up and we replay these scenarios again and again, even though these situations haven't even played out all the way through yet. So now take it out of your head and put it down on paper. You may not find your solution. Your solution may not come to you now. And I'll be the first one to tell you guys, your solution, that answer to your questions may not come right off the bat. The solution to your situation will come to you so randomly. It is insane. You'll just be walking down the store grabbing some produce and you'll be like, "Ah, that's what it was." You're completely unrelated to the whole situation. It's been days now, but it will come to you with self-reflection. Self-reflection is the welcoming of information. You are not going to be able to receive this solution because this solution is vibrating at a higher frequency. And when you're feeling anxious, you're vibrating at a very low frequency. And when you take these things out of your head, you release, you let go of the trauma, you let go of this low vibrational emotion. And that allows you to start vibrating at a higher state of mind. And therefore, information is just vibration. Once you start vibrating at that level of information, you will start to receive answers you were not able to see before. So it's a beautiful process. So understand that all stress is caused by our mind and body being completely out of alignment. And self-reflection is what allows us to bring our center ourselves. Just like breathing. I'm going to provide you guys with simple exercises that you can do today. 10 to 15 minutes of self-reflection, asking these questions. I will ask you guys to take 1 to 2 minutes every day to just breathe and be by yourself. Be on your own. Okay? Because I understand when we focus on our breathing, we bring our mind to the present moment and align ourselves with the current self and the current moment in the presence. Okay? We're in the present moment when we focus on our breathing, when we take out all of these anxious thoughts out of our heads and put them down on paper. Self-reflection is not something you'll see results on right away. It may be, but I want you to devote at least a month to self-reflection, at least a month to yourself. You don't have to do it every day, but take a month of consecutive work towards yourself. You deserve it. Hey, you deserve it. Okay, we all deserve self-love. We all deserve some time to ourselves. We are worthy of that time, right? The only reason we may not be doing that is because we may not believe to be worthy of that time and energy. I'm here to tell you, you are worthy. I do believe in you, and you can continue to progress and overcome any subject and be just like the buffalo and run straight at it. Okay? Understand that it is just your body, just these headaches, these anxiety, anxious moments, these situations are just your mind and body being out of alignment. And it's just because we don't see the solution right in front of us, and it may cause some anxiety. But when you're vibrating at a low frequency, and the even though the solution and the answer is right in front of you, you're going to be completely oblivious to it. Why? Because we do not see, okay? We do not see what we cannot vibrate to. If we are at a low frequency, anxiety, fear, sadness, all these emotions put you down. And so your answers and solutions are beyond your peripheral. Imagine just having like a hat like this and setting it down where you can't see above you. And the answer is just sitting right here. And you may be completely oblivious to it. So this is what self-reflection brings to light. It helps you lift that hat up, see a lot better, see the light of the day, right? And run straight towards that storm. Because that's how we deal with these problems and emotions. We deal with them head on by spending time with ourselves. 10 to 15 minutes a week. These simple reflection practices are a skill that will lead to self-growth and development, which we refer to as the higher self, which is love. The higher self is the highest form of love. Okay? And with that, guys, I appreciate you guys being here today. I appreciate you all taking the time to be here, and your energy means the world to me. I just want you guys to know that we're sending you waves of peace, love, abundance, and creativity. I wish you all nothing but the best, and I will catch you guys on the next one, okay? Peace.